28th, 2021. Do.
The creepers bring on the flames. Here comes the legend, the bravest of brave. Fiercer than lions, more southern than he's conquered to Joe Hills.
And Drow's hunting squids, though he tried his best. But no worries, back at World Spawn, there's a resupply chest.
Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again.
One chest becomes 4 labeled in stock. The shell thickens yet with smooth sandstone block. Bushes are placed, ravines are filled in. Also the hermits can keep adventuring. If dying is losing, then living is winning. Episode's done, but the show's just beginning. Pick up some tools, some potatoes and steak, and show 'em you're real, give 'em season 8.
From the mining mesa, the helping hermit stream, mocking in the rages of their chat proximity. They block their blocks down quickly toward their stated goal. And when y'all tune in, your laughter's uncontrolled. When the last flight brings more blocks and the fireworks go cold, Hermitcraft will build together, not alone. So watch with us each Monday, remember to follow, so the chat can see you there, so you never miss a show.
Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and this afternoon on the Hermitcraft server, y'all are my live streaming audience. We are going to catch up with Wells Knight, who has been working hard on some sort of big ol' project that he needs big hole help with. So, I'm not sure which other hermits are going to be joining us. That's always a bit of fun. I hear Hypno and Asuma were strong maybes, though, so we might get to see them. People are asking why the face camera's already big. That's because tips have already been rolling in. I did a morning stream today, and I messed up. My plan was to raid Impulse to help him celebrate his first day on his sabbatical, with his first sabbatical morning stream, and I misread the time that his stream started at. So I started 4 hours before his stream by accident instead of 2 hours before his stream. So anyway, we got a few tips in the meantime. The last one that came in just after I cut the stream was from Luciana for 5, who says, keep adventuring. So thank you very much, Luciana. That puts us 4 away from our next face camera expansion. No, I'm not still expanded from last night, because the way this works is every day at 6 a.m. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania time, the camera resets. Why? Because in this house, we follow Groundhog Day rules. Alrighty, so here we go, on our way to Wells Knight's base, and so we are going to head this way. Yeah, for those who are curious, the current show opacity is 50%, and once again, we are 4 away from that next face camera expansion. Oh, I forgot to post the link, paypal.me/JoeHills, if you would like to tip. Okay, am I streaming tonight as well? Yes, because I did not plan my day very well. So I'm already committed. Ooh, it says Wells Knight. Let's go ahead and put a little torch on there, just so people see it, in case anybody gets lost on the way here. Hey, Artemis. Yeah, this is my second stream of the day. I'm using OBS. Noah Badoa? Good question. Could we get the Jost today? Technically, I'm already a Jost. I'm 50% transparent, or Joe Pasty. Hey, Wells, are you around? Let's see where this hole is. Oh, you know, this isn't too bad. I think we could do this. Looks like Wells might be over there, but I'm not sure if he has a proximity mod on yet. It looks like he still has it muted. He might be streaming too. Not every hermit streams who does HHH. Because, like, for some of us, this is a chance for us to hang out with each other, but not have to worry about, you know, moderating and running a chat and all that. Oh, he's already in a voice chat. I need to switch to that. Okay. Okay.
There we go. Joe, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Okay.
Okay.
I
cool.
thought
I was
thought
like,
they
is
had
my mic broken?
No. So I thought we had fixed it so that it worked like somebody talking into a radio. So you could hear the people in your group anywhere in the map, but if somebody is sitting there talking next to you, you'd still be able to hear it. And apparently we did not.
Yeah.
Or was it one way? Were you able to hear me? Because
I could hear you just fine.
Oh, interesting. So we halfway fixed it, because it used to be when you were in a group, you couldn't hear other people around you. And so, like, if people were grouped and then they respawned at the resupply egg, they couldn't hear me offering them stuff. But we fixed that at least. You're not deaf when you're in the group, but I guess the group's chat is private to some degree.
I guess so. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than what we had.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I love the voice chat mod. It's amazing.
Don't yell in all caps.
Like, it's so good. 1 sec.
Yeah, yelling in all caps will get you timed out. People are doing that across multiple chats, so please don't do that. People are asking, did Joe actually stream all 4 of those hours this morning? No. I was having internet problems. If I hadn't had internet problems, I might have grabbed a Red Bull and tried to power through, but instead I raided Iskall. So, gonna have to raid Impulse another day. It's important to raid Impulse, because he is starting out on this adventure. Okay, you got all your stuff sorted?
I think I do. I also just got an Impulse raid.
Oh, howdy, Impulse Raiders. Wells Knight here. This guy. Why would good times with Scar be mad? Oh, I forgot to greet Scar. Howdy, Scar. I'm supposed to raid Scar. Okay. Yeah, this is T. Joe Eckhillsburg territory, right? Good old Great Gatsby vibes there, Rebecca Jensen. What's the link to my Twitch? Twitch.tv/JoeHills. Okay, so we'll let Wells handle the influx of viewers there that he is currently facing. And he is presumably going to explain to us what we're doing. I'm guessing we're going to be digging this hole. But maybe we're filling this in and we're digging that hole. I mean, there's a lot of ways this could go. So, unofficial Impulse Raid writes Lunchbonk. Thank you.
Hello?
Hey, hip.
Does this work?
Hip, hip,
Hey,
hooray!
it works. Hey, Hypno.
Hello.
Alrighty. So, Wells, are you going to run us through this? Because we don't know. Isuma was unclear about how quickly he'd get here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He said he was going to be starting late.
Yeah, so we
Okay.
can just start mining and working, and he can hop in whenever.
Cool. Do you have an efficiency 5 pick, Joe?
Efficiency 4. I would be happy to borrow an efficiency 5 pick.
I will lend you an efficiency 5 pick.
Thank you. And now I'm in the pit. Without a pick. Dang it. Okay. So, yeah. I didn't know what we were doing exactly, and so I was like, I'll bring my efficiency 5 shovel.
I need that back when you're done.
Yes, I anticipated you would. I like that you wrote your name on it, so there's no question. Unlike,
If I ever lose it, people will know it's mine.
Now-
Hypno, do you have an efficiency 5 pick? Hypno's ignoring me.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm actually going through the settings and trying to turn people down. I do have an efficiency 5 pick. I just made one.
Okay, cool. So this hole needs to be dug down to Y level 37. Everything within the ugly diorite border.
okay, and we are currently at Y75.
Yeah, so we got a while to go. We got like 40 blocks of digging before we're down as far as we need to go.
Gotcha. Oh, how important is it to preserve the walls?
Not the walls themselves, very important.
Okay, so like where I just dug through here,
All right.
that's a no-go. Don't do that.
Yep. Everything within the walls needs to go. The walls themselves need to stay.
Got it. And if we happen to hit like a mine shaft or something, we should block that off.
Yeah, just dig and block it up. Yeah, and you will hit a mine shaft at some point, I think.
Okay, cool. Can do. People are saying Hypno and Wells are a little loud on my end. I can adjust them down. One sec.
Are they saying that I'm too loud? Oh, no, I'm not too loud. Definitely not.
Check, check, check. Testing,
Microphone
testing.
check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Do you need a test from me too? We're making hole puns, Joe. Would you care to contribute? But we could make a whole stream out of it.
Are we good to enter your base wells? Is there anything that I should not look at?
No, you're totally good.
All right. I'm going in.
Either chests, hold on to them. Like, I really don't care about the stuff that we mine up. If you want to keep it, great. If you want to throw it in a chest, great. The big thing is I just need a hole with flat walls going down to Y37.
Oh, sorry. Now my chat can hear me. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that. I muted myself while I was tweaking things because I'm... Oh, wait, this was allowed. Hey, Wells, can we change the crosshair to not be diorite, or can we dig it out or something? Because I thought I had accidentally gone across the, I thought I had gone across the border when I hadn't. I just crossed the center line.
Yeah, it should be fine. Just, like,
Okay.
follow the border and down.
Okay, I'll try my best.
All
I
right, Wells,
believe
we're
in
going to
you,
what
Joe.
level here?
We're going down to Y level 37, which is, like, quite a ways.
37?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yep. Let's do it.
Now, 37 is notable because it's a prime number. You can learn more at your local library. Oh, I went too far. Dang it, now I'm at Y26.
Speaking
I was
of
even saying it out
prime,
loud and I blew past it.
Funny you should mention the word prime, Joe, because there's this thing on Twitch called Twitch Prime, although I
Oh,
think it's
here it
actually
is.
called something else now. But hey, it's
Prime
coming up
Gaming.
to the end of the month. Do you like giving away free money to your favorite content creators? Or would you rather Amazon just keep the money?
I'm gonna mute Wells Knight because I don't get Twitch Prime. You can tip me via paypal.me/JoeHills. The face camera is 4 abacus beads, which is $4 roughly away from the next face camera expansion.
Oh,
Hey,
you scared
X.
me.
Hey, Asuma, are you done with this?
Hello.
Are you prepared for some crass commercialization?
I am not, but I am okay.
Hey, there's silverfish in here!
Yeah, it's in Extreme Hills.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! This is goodness.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I feel like we need like an introduction to what's going on here.
Well, I gave one already, but you missed
Yeah.
it.
Can I get a selfish one?
Yes. Basically, we're digging a hole down to Y level 37.
Ah, okay, so 37, not all the way to bedrock.
Correct. 37.
Yeah. What a savings!
Yeah,
And
it'll be
where are we at right now? Like,
70-ish. We got about like 75-ish. We got about 40 blocks to go before we're close.
what I meant is this your base?
Hey, thank you,
Yes.
Darth Forthan,
Oh, yes,
for
this
tipping
is
the
my base.
5.
Welcome.
That's gonna
Hi.
put us one past our next
Hi.
face game
And
expansion
whereabouts are you
milestone.
on
So
the
here we go.
island,
It's time to
I'm in
expand.
like a Extreme Hills Island in kind of the northwestern edge.
Yeah,
of the
you're
island.
like very, very north, aren't you?
Okay.
More like.
And we're gonna lower the
west
opacity
than
now to
north,
42.
But
I can
North-
picture
north.
it in my head where you are. I know what I mean, even if I make no sense. Which is helpful to no one.
if you need an efficiency 5 pickaxe,
I got him. Don't worry.
you've got one. Okay, cool. Because I'm gonna
I'll
lend
get it
one
up.
to Pearl. Actually, that's the only other one I have to lend. Pearl's got dibs.
So this whole island is all you, right?
This whole island is all me.
Very cool. And so what's going to be in this hole?
A mob farm.
Now I understand the shape. It's going to be based on water, right?
Yes.
Water flow.
Yeah, it's gonna be a quadruple mob farm.
And do you need to keep the blocks, by the way, that we're going to dig up?
No, there is a chest. There are a bunch of chests up there if you just want to dump them, but you are also welcome to let them despawn or keep them for yourself.
Awesome. I will probably fill up a box of cobble and a box of smooth while I'm here.
Sounds good.
So what was this commercialization that I was hearing all about?
Commercialization. Oh, we were talking about Twitch Prime and how
Oh, yeah.
people should use their Twitch Prime.
Okay, so now that he's on Twitch Prime again, I'm gonna say thank you to Drew Baca for tipping 20, who says drop that Joe Pasty. So here we go. That'll drop us $1 past our next face camera expansion milestone. Here we go. Expand Jost. Do. Okay, lowering the Joe Pasty now to 32%.
He is.
I'm
I
in
think
the-
he must have us on mute.
Yeah, I'm in the group chat. I've been muting Wells every time he starts talking about that since I don't have Prime subs on my channel. I don't want people to get confused.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Because you're not partnered. You're on both YouTube and
Yeah,
Twitch.
Correct. Yeah, basically the requirements I would have for getting a Twitch affiliation or partnership is that I need to be able to multi-stream and I need to be able to post parts of my stream immediately because I record YouTube episodes during the stream and I don't want to wait 24 hours to upload that content.
Yeah. No, it's a shame they won't like make an exception, you know.
Well, so the
Listen out.
I guess we can't really talk about why we were talking to the Twitch people, but you know the Twitch people we were talking to, they told me that they like talked to one of their supervisors, and yeah, I just don't have the numbers to get a custom contract. So you know,
But maybe one day.
exactly one day. Yeah, and the thing
Wait,
is
they
though,
do custom contracts where you can like bypass the normal partner stuff.
well, yeah, but like for example, I know Seth Bling got one, but like
Oh.
you know this was something that he got years ago. So,
Okay.
but it's one of those things where it's like, I think I'm more likely to get one of those by holding out and not affiliating or partnering at all, than I am to be a partner and say, hey, can I improve my contract, right?
I will not say too much because I don't know what I'm allowed to say, but my contract has changed as of per my request since I got my first contract with Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So it is possible to negotiate.
Your numbers are also, like, way bigger than mine at this point, though. So, I think I'll
when
get
I
there.
negotiated them, Joe, it was like quite a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Well, like I said, I talked to somebody within the last 3 months who told me that I'm not there, so I know I'm not. I haven't expanded my. Then again, I actually don't know how many followers I have on Twitch because I only look at that number like when I talk to them or when like if have to put if I'm applying for an event, like when I applied for that NASA event where we go look at rockets and stuff. They're like, you have to list your subscribers and all the services. And since COVID hit, I haven't been going to any NASA events, so I'm never looking at my numbers because that would make me go crazy or it's like I'm already kind of neurotic about stuff like that, so it's just better for me to just be ignorant and just focus on making fun stuff.
neurotic about numbers.
Yeah, like it's like, oh no, why is my growth slowed down this month to last month? Like, there's so many things going on in the world that are outside of my control. I don't need to be trying to assign blame to myself if I have a bad month.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to let go of that stuff. I used to look at like stats and numbers like way too often. And then once you let go of it, it's just a stress off of your mind.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, like, as long as I'm not eating through my savings too fast, I'm doing well enough, you know?
Yeah.
I stopped paying attention to the numbers a long time ago.
Yeah.
Just focus on the experience. That's what I think. Just make sure you're having fun and having a good time.
Yeah. Oh, but hey, speaking of those NASA socials, Hypno, you're in Florida. Once COVID's done and they start doing those again, you should totally consider applying for these. Have you heard about this?
What are you talking about?
So NASA has things where they have, like, cool stuff they want to show off, but it's, like, in restricted parts of their facilities and stuff, so they can only let people in who get a background check. They can't, like, let random tour groups come visit, right?
Right.
And so the idea is that they ask people who have big social media or YouTube followings or whatever, hey, do you want to come visit this secure NASA location? We'll give you a free government background check, and as long as they give you the thumbs up, you can come take as many pictures and do YouTube videos and stuff on like in this like restricted NASA area. I've been to a few of them, and they're awesome. I haven't been to any of the ones in Florida. I usually go to the Alabama ones because it's a lot closer of a drive for me.
Right.
But if there was one that you were applying for, I might want to apply for it too, and then we could hang out, you know?
I see. I haven't really thought about applying to any of those, actually. I didn't even know they were a thing before. It might be something I look into.
Yeah, because it's one of those things, like, I know I'm not going to make money off those videos, but it's like, I get to, like, you know, they let us, like, touch, well, not touch. We're not allowed to touch, but, like, it's like we're standing directly next to or above, like, hardware that's going into space. And they're like, you can lean your phone over there to take a picture, but for the love of God, please do not drop your phone on this. This has already been QA'd. Like,
right.
This is going in space. Unless somebody really screws up, and it better not be today.
Joe, do you know Smarter Every Day?
No. It sounds like a podcast or something?
It's a channel by a guy, and he's from... I think you'd love him. He's from around Alabama, and he goes to NASA and does videos with them.
Oh, cool.
And it makes me wonder if he's using the same scheme to go in there and make videos with them and stuff.
It might be. Hey, Wells, you know what I realized is I don't have a good way, because you have wings or whatever. Or some people do. I don't. How do you want us to put stuff in those chests if we can't get up there?
I got you.
Could you put it? Okay, cool. Thank you.
Ladder?
Yeah, because I did not bring sticks, or I was just like,
I mean, you could have given Joe an elytra.
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing, though.
I don't have an extra of... Oh, wait. Yes, I do, but I don't have extra rockets.
Yeah, I don't want to rush the end game, though. I'm trying to enjoy the early game, really savor it this time around.
Oh, that was what I thought I would do, and then I learned that I hated the early game. I already knew that.
Oh, I love the early game. And, like, this is the first time, now, since I don't have a day job competing with, you know, Hermitcraft for my time, I actually can spend as much time on it as I want. I always felt rushed the other years. Because it's like, oh, I can't get too far behind the rest of the server. I guess I should get an elytra now or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like the early game just adds friction between, like, your imagination and, like, what you can build. Because you just have to, like, walk back and forth more. You gotta run out of materials. Things aren't automated. But, I mean, there is a charm to the early game. I really like playing the beginning of the game in Clash of the Creators.
Mm-hmm.
Like we did yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was fun. I did, you know, I've been thinking about, like, we were talking about ways to fix the UHC so that creators can play the whole time. Like, I was really disappointed that Pearl didn't get, you know, to play very much. And, like, the more I think about it, it's like, I just maybe think that the UHC is not a good fit for that achievement hunt format type thing. Because, like, or that 2-hour kind of team competition. Because it really does put a lot of pressure on the folks that aren't dead. Like, I was trying to figure out, like, is there any way I can bail us out of this? It's like, and you know, I've never worked with Avo before, and so, like, you know, we were both doing our best, but we, you know, it was...
You guys did great. I think you're overthinking it, like,
well, I'm just saying, it felt discouraging to have 2 of my team members dead, and, like, so maybe it was still entertaining for people to watch, but it didn't feel like I was being entertaining the same way as, like, the other ones did. Like, it wasn't, it was the least fun. And the thing is, though, I'm not trying to, like, say, like, oh, you screwed up, X. I'm saying, like, you're experimenting, you're trying new things, and I want to encourage you to keep trying new things, but, like, the more I think about that particular new thing, I'm like, you know, I think we gave that one a good go. We learned from it.
Yeah, well, I would be in the same camp until I heard the reaction from the others. Because when we got in the lobby, like there was so much enthusiasm. People really enjoyed the intensity, but that was probably from the teams that managed to survive it.
Yeah, that was the thing though. Is like it was super tense for the other teams too, and yeah, so that tension is great, but like losing a team member permanently is
Yeah.
the opposite.
The issue is that you've been invited to turn up and do a thing live, and yeah, you can do that for a UHC, but what's normally expected of Clash of the Creators is that you're there for the whole 2 hours with your team.
Yeah,
And that it probably is worth sticking to.
yeah.
Oh, here come the silverfish.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's in extreme hills, so that's gonna happen.
They're gonna do digging for us.
Also, thank you to Incredimike for tipping 24, who says happy to support
Are you
the
getting wrecked by
independent
silverfish?
arts and not Bezos. So that's gonna
Nah,
put us
not
let's
wrecked.
see,
Maybe poked.
that's gonna put us 5 away from the next face
I
cam
haven't run into
expansion.
one yet. I'm sure I will though.
After this one, here we go.
Yeah, I don't know how they generate, but there was just like a cluster of them all of a
Just do. Where's
It
the-
seems
keep
like
more
they
track.
usually generate in like clusters.
Probably like ores, right?
Okay, lowering the opacity
sudden. You know,
now.
there's an answer
to
to that
24%.
question in the game code, and I'm kind of fascinated as to what it would be.
Sounds like a
Thank you very much,
fascinating MythBusters
Incredimike.
video.
Yeah, I don't do those sorts of things too much anymore. It's
Yep.
it's so difficult when you can't read the code to like figure out stuff like that. There's like a surface area of things that you could do, and then it just gets too technical to just do without reading the code. I got a silverfish head.
Hey, nice.
Woohoo!
You know, I wonder too, even if they aren't spawning in clusters initially, are we punching them as soon as the first one spawns, you know? And then you end up with a bunch of them.
Oh, I don't need iron. Does anyone need iron?
Nope.
I mean, I'll take it.
There's loads around here, Joe. I'll fortune it all for you.
Oh, thank you.
So does that mean you got a iron farm, Hypno?
No, it means I've done some mining with a Fortune 3 pickaxe, and I'm good on iron right now.
Nice.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, I'm doing a decoration with the iron ore. I found it goes well with the tuff and the dripstone to kind of unify the palette.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
So-
you want the ore? You want some silk touch?
Well, no. Like when you combine 9 of the ore into a
Ah,
block.
the raw block.
The
yeah.
raw ore block. Yeah, it's
What?
yeah, it's you can combine the blocks or
What
the
happened,
ores into
Hypno?
blocks.
I was up 2 blocks on a pillar, and the silverfish knocked me off. The heck?
Rude.
Maybe they
They
got
have, like,
longer
a huge reach.
whiskers in the update.
I wonder if we can use the silverfish to help mine the area. This is definitely more efficient than using a pick. I've just concluded that. How many
Sounds
silverfish
completely
can I get?
reasonable and totally backed by science.
Yep.
Where's
There's
all your
loads
buddies?
popping out all over the place now. It's like an infinite loop. I'm bored.
Yeah, we're digging a hole for Wells Knight's mob farm. Hey, Wells.
Yeah, I don't think silverfish ever ended up being like a great mining technique.
Some of the people in my chat, Wells, are asking what kind of mob farm this is going to be.
A big one.
Thanks.
What materials are going to
farm
use to
or
build
like
it?
a
creeper
I think
farm,
was
or
what they meant. Like, is it going to be lapis lazuli? What are the walls going to look like?
The walls are going to look like the walls look right now, and it will all be covered. It'll be
Gotcha.
4 columns of platforms that have like a water bucket and observers, and they will spawn mobs, and then a redstone clock will trigger the water streams so they all fall to their death, and you can collect tons of bones and string and gunpowder and all that kind of good stuff.
Nice.
Are you going to separate the zombies?
Yeah, I'll probably just like destroy all the rotten flesh, honestly.
Oh no! You should separate them and convert them into drowns.
Oh, actually, that's
Yeah, because then you get the copper.
I
Where did all
forgot
these
that they're
silverfish
actually
keep coming
useful
from?
now.
Where do they? Well, they come from the rocks.
Well, no,
Feels
no,
like when I
understand that.
mine andesite, I get a bunch of them. It's so weird.
It's like I'm mining, and then all of a sudden they're coming at me from like the side or something. Like I wasn't even mining the block that they're coming from.
Well, we're like around you, so I'm breaking blocks nearby. That might be doing it.
Oh. So hashtag blame Azuma. Got it.
You know, we can blame Asuma without it being a hashtag hipster thing. I was blaming Asuma before it was a hipster thing.
Before it's even cool.
Exactly.
People have been blaming me all my life.
Oh no, I fell in a pit. Okay. I guess I'll dig some of this stone. Okay.
Are all these blocks getting picked up? I'll admit it hurts to see them despawn.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
you can
picking
pick
up the
them
ones I can.
You can pick them up, you can despawn them, you can keep them, you can destroy them. I don't really care.
I need so many blocks later on in the season that I want to keep like a fair amount of them.
Well, here's the thing: is Wells, if we put blocks in your chest to come back and grab later, like those chests will be there for at least another day, right?
Yeah, I can leave them up for a day or two.
Is that cool? Does that work for UX? So you can come back.
Yeah,
and make
that
a few
might be
trips?
super helpful actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm not gonna need really anything but like the iron and the copper for what I'm building. So any cobble I put up there, you can definitely grab.
Well, here's what I'll do. I'll put my shulker boxes away, and I'll periodically just pick stuff up and chuck it up here. Then I'll keep on top of this.
Awesome. Thank you, Wells, for accommodating us.
My pleasure. Thank you for helping me dig a giant hole.
Glad to. We started at level 74, and let's see how far down this ladder goes. We are down to 60, so we've got 14 layers already. And it looks like some of the next few layers are already mostly dug out, too. Dang it.
Right, I'm gonna mute just for a minute and talk to my chat.
Goodbye, Asuma's chat. Have fun. It is really difficult to do these diagonals. Maybe I should let other people do the diagonals. That's not my strong suit. Okay. I'm just gonna dig wherever there's blocks already waiting. So I can pick those blocks up and then store them. That's kind of a system.
So, Hypno, what have you been up to this season?
You know, stuff and things. Not a whole lot. Just been doing the really early game grind, to be honest.
Gotcha.
Got a skeleton spawner set up as a grinder, doing some enchanting. Just about ready to start actually getting into the season.
Cool. You know that we have
Nice.
an Enderman farm now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I also need bone meal and stuff, so.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm building this, is I need copious amounts of bone meal and gunpowder.
Yeah, gunpowder is the thing that I'm going to be looking at now. I'll be making a dedicated creeper farm, I think, or I might make an everything farm. I'm not sure yet.
I figured everything farm was the way to go, because I need bone meal and I need gunpowder. Like, might as well just do both.
Yeah, bone meal, like, this season has definitely been a big bottleneck for me, because we've got the flower forest there, and I've been trying to harvest the flowers, but also replant as I go. So, yeah, if you have extra bone meal you would like to trade at some point, I have a lot of amethyst shards. I don't know if you need those, Wells.
I will be selling bone blocks at some point.
Okay. Well, in the short term, if you want amethyst shards to make, like, the tinted glass to cover your spawner, or for visibility into that, or whatever, you know, let me know.
Yeah, maybe. I know I've got some. There's a couple of geodes that I've found underneath this area. But I'll let you know. We can work something out if needed.
Yeah, I got lucky. I've got 2 geodes right next to a spider spawner, so if I'm AFKing there, I can get geodes crystals too. So I've got like 6 stacks just in a chest right now. Let's combine some of this. Blocks of iron, blocks of copper. Gonna dump this other stuff here that we don't need for sure. Okay. So, Wells, it sounds like this is obviously your next big project, but you know, have you put any thought into like what you're going to use all the materials you're getting out of that for? Like, are you going to build something out of bone block, or?
I have planned. The mega base that I have planned involves a very large amount of white concrete.
Gotcha.
And white and various shades of gray. Lots and lots of concrete. So I actually don't really need it for the bone blocks. I need it for the bone meal because it's just the fastest way to get white dye.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
And then I also want to open up a rocket shop because Tango has had a monopoly for too long.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh. Yeah, he gave me unlimited rockets as my Secret Santa gift last season, and I used unlimited rockets. People in the world download were like, I went to Tango's rocket shop to get rockets, and, you know, there were none there, so how am I supposed to fly around this world? And I'm like, I don't know, tell Tango to play until the end of the season. I used them all. He stopped restocking.
Oh, by the way, if you uncover any, like, holes, like, like holes in the walls, like caves or something that intersect with this, and they would block them off so that the walls are solid.
Can do.
You said we're going to 37?
37.
Yeah, we're already to
repair
54.
my pick before then.
Oh, yeah, well, as I was going to say, does this have mending on it? Okay, yeah, it does. Because, yeah,
I just saved you, Joe.
I'm
You're
already
welcome.
halfway through this pick that you are loaning me. Luckily, I've got Duraping, so I shouldn't accidentally break your netherite pick.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah. I could imagine the chat would yell at me a lot.
Maybe just a little bit. I mean, I might too.
Yeah, that I would also not want to deal with. It's like, now 2 people are mad at me. And people are going to be like, Joe, I'm not sure the chat counts as one person.
You can handle 1, but 2 people is too far.
2 people being mad at me at once, it's just a lot, okay? That was a Star Kid reference. Voldemort says that in the Harry Potter musical, which is one of my favorite musicals. Oh, come on. Can I attack these and kill them? Or are they gonna just make a billion more? Well, my inventory's full anyway, so let's go dump this. Yep, thanks. Yeah, why are people age spamming? Yeah, don't share your age. Don't share your age. And we're gonna ban that person. Chrono says, where's Pearl? Not all the hermits come to every HHH. It's based on your availability. And I guess Pearl had things to do. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Okay, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, stop getting people to reveal what time zone they're in, asking how old they are. Don't ask people for personal information. Just let them enjoy the show. Is Hermits Helping Hermits a new thing? No, we've been doing it for so long, it actually has its own theme song that I wrote.
From the
Mining Mesa, the Helping Hermit stream, mocking in the rages of their chat proximity. They block their blocks down quickly toward their stated goals. And when y'all tune in, your laughter's uncontrolled. Hi-ho. When the last flight brings more blocks and the fireworks go cold, Hermitcraft will build together, not alone.
So watch with us each Monday.
Remember to follow so the chat can see you there, so you'll never miss a show. Hi-ho. Yeah, so that was a parody of the True Detective theme I wrote, because I was trying to demonstrate. I joked like, yeah, Hermits Helping Hermits needs a theme song, something that'll really connect with today's youth, like a parody of True Detective theme, season 1. Yeah, the original True Detective theme song is called Far From Any Road, so this is called Far From Any Build. This will be on our 3rd album, Sean Hill Sings Joe Hills 3, which has not been titled. But so far, you can go download my music anywhere that you look for music. Spotify, YouTube, iTunes. First album is called Sean Hills Sings Joe Hills. And the second album is Sean Hills Sings Joe Hills 2, The Secret of the Views. If you're wondering what The Secret of the Views is, it's on the album cover. You can find it written on the broken ooze canister. Or views canister. Hey Wells, so I'm gonna have to run to the nether, or the end real quick, because this pick is super low. You don't have, unless you have like a nearby, I was gonna ask, you don't have like some sort of experience farm or something right here, right?
No,
Okay.
just the Enderman farm. You can set your spawn at the bed in the upstairs of the house.
Oh, thank you. That is a very helpful detail to have. This is such a delightful little house. I really like your little roof, like it's a good contrast with the wood.
Yeah, I think the blue terracotta honestly kind of makes the build.
Yeah, it's very distinct. And because blue terracotta, because it's not truly blue, isn't a block that people use very often either. So
I think it makes a great roof block, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got that like slate blue feel to it almost. It's not quite. Okay, thanks to the magic of the group chat, I think I can still hear you guys across dimensions, hopefully.
Indeed.
Woo! All that work we did last week putting in these tunnels has been paying off all week. I'm loving it. Yeah, the music should be on Amazon Music. Our distributor puts that everywhere. That's not an original song, though, because that's a parody. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Yeah, we are 15 away actually from our next face camera expansion. Now that I'm looking at the abacus, tips are always welcome via PayPal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Every $20 milestone we hit, the camera gets bigger and slightly easier to see through. Okay. Oh, I'm glad to see Pearl's going to be joining us. My chat was asking about that.
Yeah, I agree.
Avon Mir
More
says...
minions! I mean, people to help.
Helpers! This is a community project, Wells.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, good. More silverfish.
Yeah, welcome back. Is there another portal at World Spawn?
Yeah, at the egg. It's inside the egg.
Yes. Oh god, am I gonna sneeze?
The egg.
Yeah, there's there's a egg at World Spawn that Pearl and I built. Pearl designed it. I just kind of helped gather materials and put things places where they got moved around.
Oh, is this the egg? Oh, I see. I see.
I was gonna say there's only one really egg-looking building there.
I just saw a bunch of buildings made out of wood, and didn't see what you were talking about.
Gotcha.
I do understand it's an egg now.
Yes. Okay.
Like the egg might have just been some abstract nickname for it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, this is our cube. We call it the egg to be funny. You can tell we went to MIT.
Now, did it hatch from a chicken?
Yeah. The building that was here before was the chicken building. This used to be the campus coop, where they got the cafeteria
Before that,
eggs.
it was also an egg building. Like every other message is just someone asking what the hole is for. It's inevitable. We should come up with a really great answer for the people that are tuning in.
We could make a whole stream of it.
Isn't this how you
stream?
mine for Bitcoin? I thought that we're
It's
Bitcoin
to give
mining.
us something to do for the whole stream. Oh, we're mining Bitcoin.
Yeah, we're mining for Bitcoin. Isn't this how you do it?
I think this is how. Yeah, I think this is exactly how you do it. Am I making stonks? I think I'm making stonks.
To the moon.
To the moon.
Okay.
I'm still in this copper. Sorry.
Oh, if you're talking
there's
to me,
more.
no, that's fine. I don't need the copper.
I was just like jumping around, and then I was like, "Oh, copper," and then I was like, "Hang on, was Hypno about to mine that?" I'm just.
I still
jumping in and
remember
pinching
from like one of the earliest seasons, like I can't remember what it was. We were hanging out or something. It was just like every time you came across iron, like, ooh, iron.
it. Yep, that was me and Biffa, season 1, right? One of the first few episodes recording together. We're just trying to get some, resources, and I'm like just engrossed in what I'm doing, and every time I'm like, oh, iron, because I'm after it. And Biffa's just like dying and like getting swamped by mobs, and I'm just not paying attention to him.
Ooh, iron.
Yeah. I gotta go watch that episode again sometime. Oh, now I'm wondering. I think that might have literally been because you remember we had.
Hey,
that
thank you, Dueling
actually had,
Bison,
like,
for that
a
too. That
couple of
puts us
worlds
13 away
originally.
from the next
Right.
first
We had
gamer
like
expansion.
server crashes and stuff. So Hermitcraft season 1 was the 3rd world, I believe.
You know,
Does that sound right?
I know people keep saying that there was 3 original worlds. I remember it crashing one time and us restarting once. I don't remember it happening twice, but like that was forever ago, so who knows?
Are you saying it didn't?
I remember the one hard reset that we needed because Cube
Yeah.
Toast lost our backups. I don't remember that happening more than once.
Yeah, you see, that's what I remember, and somewhere I think I read that it was free, and I got this feeling in
Dang
my
it, now
mind.
they're there
Like,
with
I
the
think
copper.
there might have been a 3rd, but like hardly anyone had a moment to play on it. Maybe.
There was one point where there was a updated version of Minecraft in like the middle of season 1, where we had to roll back like 12 hours. I don't know if people would count that as a reset, but we did have to roll back 12 hours because we didn't realize that a Mojang provided update had just broken the game, or like
I wouldn't
ruined
call
a
a
bunch of people's
rollback of
bases.
like 10 hours a reset. I'd say
No, that's
Yeah.
not a reset.
Okay,
we've
what
had
I'm saying is if
rollbacks
people
on
are
other
if
seasons
people
as
were like,
well.
"Oh, you reset 3 times," that might be the 3rd time that they're thinking of. Is what I'm
I
wondering.
get what you're saying.
Like, because that's the
Yeah, it
only
could be that.
that's the only way I could figure a 3rd one. Come on.
Yeah, we've had to roll back. I think we rolled back in season 2 because of Mumbo. In fact, the 2 times I can think of are both Mumbo, and then I've had to roll back like, or let's say I've made some boo-boos when doing administrative stuff, which meant I had to like undo some damage, but it never really affected anyone. Yeah, there's been like a couple of rollbacks here and there.
Yeah, I would say a rollback is significantly different than like a reset.
Yeah, the only reason that season 1 was an issue was we didn't realize it had broken a bunch of people's bases until like 6 hours later. So people had already been playing on the server, gotten footage, streamed even before we realized, oh no, we're gonna lose all this progress, but we gotta fix it. Whereas usually, if you screw something up in admin, you notice it as soon as you log in. Nobody plays or gets any recording done.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I'm just trying to think. I think I might have not been around if it were only for like 6 hours.
Yeah, I think it might have been while the UK was asleep. Because like I think it was Americans that lost their progress. Because I was one of them.
I feel like it had to do with some cave spider spawners or something. Is that what you remember?
I don't remember what it was, but it was something where Mojang changed something and like a bunch of blocks disappeared or something. I don't remember the details.
I seem to recall there was like 2 different things that I can remember. There's something about cave spider spawner, like somebody was working on that and like that got all reset or something. And then another one where there was like some weird world chunk border issues.
I'm throwing iron at you, Joe.
I think my favorite reset we had to do, Hypno, this was the one that you had to fix, was one of the Hermitcraft Feed the Beast worlds.
I know what you're talking about already.
There was this thing where it's like, oh, you can light a fire that converts nether brick, or sorry, nether rack to ice blocks. It was like in one of the magic mods. But I didn't know that the fire spread. And so this fire is burning through the nether. And it's completely killing the server's tick rate, and it's everywhere, and I'm frantically flying around trying to extinguish it everywhere I can find it, but it's just going through every tunnel, just completely just washing through the nethers, like unstoppable wave. And it wasn't that we had to, like, oh no, we can't have the nether ruined, we have to roll back. It was like, this is not gonna let the CPU of the server be playable.
Yeah, for whatever reason, even with nobody in the nether, it was like still loading the chunks and still going. Like it was the weirdest thing.
That was so embarrassing because I'm just like, because I'm like always kind of the FTB or modded noob on the server, but that's the first time that like I really ruined it for everybody, and I was like, oh no.
To be fair, I wouldn't say that's your fault. It's the fault of the pack creators for leaving that in there. Yeah. Or just the mod author. Like,
bad design.
Yeah, the whole idea of what that does to the nether is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Somebody in my chat says, is there footage of the incident? I'm trying to remember what I called the episode, but it was something called, like, I burned down the nether or something. Let me look.
I remember, I don't think it was a Hermitcraft thing. I think it might have been one of my own modded servers, but there was like this sapling and someone on stream was like, you should grow it, and I did, and it made the most enormous tree, like a full sky-filling tree right where
yeah,
we were at.
It was those rubber trees, right?
Yeah, I think that's it, yeah.
Oh, do you remember the sacred rubber tree?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about right now.
Yep.
The glowing sacred one. There's 2 different types.
Yeah, that thing was ridiculous.
Okay, yeah, I found it was FTB Infinity.
I kind of miss us having modded seasons, kind of going alongside.
Here's footage of the incident.
I feel like the quality
forever.
The quality of what we do is so much better now than like it was so much more casual back then, and it was kind of easy.
Oh, and thank you to Carl for tipping 10.
Once,
puts us 3 away from the next face camera expansion.
At least for me, it's like you put it all into one world.
Okay, yeah, I found that video. It was in 2015, the FTB Infinity series.
Hello.
Oh, good. Is it up there?
And called A Nether Disaster.
So it's called a Nether Disaster.
Yes, A Nether Disaster. It's like a play on Another Disaster, but
I think I called my video When Hell Freezes Over. I thought that just seemed fitting at the time.
Yeah, that's way better. I had a new baby, and I wasn't good at naming things. Like, well, I'm happy with the baby's name, but we picked that before the baby fell asleep, or before the baby refused to sleep.
There you go.
Thank you. All right, get mine in.
Okay.
Have you explored this mine shaft down here, Wells?
Yep.
I'm
Should
just
pretty
collecting all
much
the
all be
coal.
lit up as well.
Oh,
We'll go ahead and start chopping down the wood portion.
Go for it. So Pearl, we're going down to Y level 37.
37? Alright, well, you're almost there.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. Wait a
coming in-
minute.
I'm coming
I'm
at
just
the
going
end.
below 37.
Yeah, we got like just a few more layers left, but then there's another hole that needs to be dug afterwards. So
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm right at 37 right now. Another hole? I thought we came here to dig one hole.
Praxia says, I want to know
Well,
if you're
I mean,
doing
we're
fireworks
here
for the 4th.
already.
I might go watch the
While you're in the
Nashville fireworks
digging
show.
mood.
I'm on the fence about it. Because I can kind of, like, trying to get somewhere you can see it, you don't necessarily have to go downtown. So I'm not sure if I'm actually going to go to the
God.
show or if I'm just going to watch the show from somewhere nearer downtown, but still, like, outside it. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
So what was your favorite modded season, Hypno?
My favorite modded season, with like the Hermitcraft crew.
See, or just in general, what's the best like modded playthrough you've done or had most fun with?
Oh man, like if you're gonna talk about the best one that I've had, like my experience is gonna be far different than like most people because I did it for so long. I really enjoyed like the expert mod packs that are really grindy and that are really take a long time to do. But I'm sure a lot of people don't like that kind of stuff, like to play themselves.
Do you remember there was a modding thing called? It was named after someone, and all it did. Greg Tech?
Yeah, I remember Greg Tech.
Yeah, I played a mod pack, Technical Beast with Raven's Child, and we, as a team, like 4 of us, I think, coordinated crafting to make a solar panel, and we just spent like an hour moving items around and crafting,
Yeah.
and it was just so silly.
Yep,
Yeah,
that was Greg Tech.
Greg Tech can get a little intense.
Oh, you know what? I
got
was
more iron for
hanging
you,
out.
Joe.
Say again?
I'm throwing iron on your head.
Oh, thank you. I was hanging out with Kojo on Saturday. He's doing his Love Weekends thing, and they added that Create mod to their server, and it was the first time I got to play with it. I was shocked at how good the tutorial stuff is in that, where you can
Yeah.
ponder things, and it's like, oh my gosh. One of the folks there mentioned the Create Mod people are trying to take that part of the code and compartmentalize it into like an open source library that other mods can use to show off how stuff works in their mods.
That's
And
really cool.
I am super excited to get back into modded now that I know that it's not all looking at wikis anymore, because that was always kind of a drag jumping back and forth between windows, when you don't know the mod.
Joe, later in the year, I want to do a create thing again.
Yes, sign me up.
Mumbo, Tango, Zedaf have all played it. Have you played it much, Hypno?
I have not played any of the Create mod.
It's much more of a Redstoner type mod pack. Like it's like building little contraptions.
The cool thing about it is it lets you do things like rotate. You can combine blocks with super glue to make structures. So for example, Direwolf had been on their server and he made a 9x9 cube house that he stuck all the blocks together with super glue, and then he put them on a turntable underneath the house, so the house would just rotate over time in the game. And it's just like, you can just have a spinning house in Minecraft. I mean, you could actually do practical things with it too, but I've never seen a spinning house in Minecraft before. It blew my mind.
I don't think I've ever seen a spinning house either. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I guess, now that I think of it, I haven't seen a spinning house like in real life either. Yeah. I was like, unlike in real life where you could just do that. It's like, no, why would you?
I bet there's a spinning house somewhere.
There's spinning restaurants. There's rotating restaurants.
Exactly.
There used to be one in Nashville. Technically, it's still on top of that building, but it doesn't spin anymore because they renovated it. And they're just like, people will come up here for the view even if the restaurant doesn't spin, because it's on top of a skyscraper. So why spend all the money making it spin?
Yeah.
I get it, but like, I'm sad I didn't get to go to this restaurant when it worked as a spinning restaurant.
It's a novel use of energy. There's a spinning house in Holland, according to my chat.
Well, they would
A
know.
spinning house in Holland.
I wonder if it's also a windmill.
Yeah, maybe the Hollish word for windmill is spinning house. Maybe they're pulling our leg.
There are houses turning with the sun to use its energy most optimal. That's interesting. I wonder if the power of the sun that it's getting its energy from is the same power that moves the house. Because
Well, yeah, that's the thing is it would have to be like to even out. It would have to be easier or less effort to move the house than to not move the house, right?
yes, yeah. That's so interesting. I'm gonna go down a YouTube rabbit hole of houses
Uh-oh.
that move now.
Here it goes.
Oh well. It was fun talking to you, Asuma. Bye.
I'm not gonna do it right now.
Oh,
Don't
okay,
be rude.
okay.
I mean, I'm
Well,
streaming. God.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, you know, sometimes something just catches your eye, and it's like, well, okay, catch you later.
Peace out. We need a few more ladders here. We no longer have a way to reach the ladder.
I got you.
We've got more iron for you, Joe.
Ah, thank you, X. Appreciate it.
Oh, a lot apparently. I've been busy.
Ooh.
Is this the right level here?
People are coming over from
Yes.
your
Yes,
chat to yell
this
at me that their word is Dutch, not Hollish. And I know that, but it's so much. You got to keep in mind this is improvisational comedy. We're gonna sometimes say the wrong word on purpose.
You were just trying to make it fit the theme of the stream.
Yeah, I was trying to make this a whole thing by talking about Holish.
Motadosa says, "What are the hermits building? We're building a mountain today, so we just needed to get some blocks from somewhere first.
We put it in reverse first.
Is this an inverted mountain?
That's exactly what it is."
Okay, picking up the blocks to go put upstairs. Somebody says, I'm watching all 4 of your streams at once and the echo is unreal. You can mute 3 of the streams if you like. That is an option you have.
Maybe they like the echo. Embrace the chaos.
Yeah, they're like, it makes me feel like I'm really in a chasm with y'all. Just hearing your voices bounce around off the stone. It's authentic.
So what are we doing at this level? Are we
Torches, I
are we
think.
flattening everything here?
Yes, for now.
Yeah, so this is the mold that we're going to pour the molten mountain into. Then after it cools, we'll flip it over and dump it out.
Could use that create mod to rotate it.
Oh,
When
yeah.
a mama mountain and a daddy mountain love each other very much.
The tectonic plates really start shifting, if you know what I
We
mean.
did it!
Look at that.
I
That
love how
was-
fast you are, Joe. Compared to me, my brain was like tectonic plates, and
Oh.
then it was just like pure silence.
See, the thing is, though, I was I was like past that, but I had to back up because that was the best thing I get. Because I got to when the tectonic plates are shifting, don't come, and then I was like, okay, I don't have a good rhyme quick enough. We're just gonna go with the tectonic plates. It's fine. Hey, thank you,
So how
Philip
much
D,
Red
for the
Bull have you drunk
15. He
today?
says, expand Joe. Do. That's gonna put us 12
All
hours
right,
past
we
the next
have
Face Gamer
a
expansion
whole-
milestone. So here we go.
This honestly,
Grow hills.
this
It's a very nice
took
hole.
us about an hour, and this would have taken me like an entire day.
Yay, hermits!
Yay! We did
Teamwork.
it.
You want to dig another hole?
Yes.
I mean, we could. Do we have any other pressing things to do?
I mean,
We could grow a lot of big trees and see how long it takes for somebody to get disconnected.
yeah, we could try and get Mumbo kicked off the server with tree growth.
That might also backfire in ways we don't want.
Yeah, that could get us kicked off the server. Oh no.
So what's this other hole you want digging?
The other hole consists of 2 parts. Here, follow me. I'll have to move the beacon. Over this way somewhere.
Ooh, you got ice off the shore.
Yep.
It's quite a nice sight.
There we go. You can see it from here.
You really torched up the place.
Oh yeah, the whole island is spawn-proof now.
Oh, nice.
What's with the square over there?
That is 4 slime chunks in a row.
Ooh. You could do something interesting with that.
So that's where the second hole is going to be.
Do we have to fill it in first or something?
Yep, we're going to have to fill it in with sand and then dig it all
I'll
the way
grab
down
some
to
of that
bedrock.
gravel because we just dug out a ton of gravel.
Yeah, gravel would work
Unless
too.
you got some sand already.
Do you have any sponges or anything?
I wish. Yeah, gravel.
Don't you guys just like
would be
I
the
have
way
a
to go.
bucket.
changing the terrain of Minecraft?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I always find it super satisfying when you like, you look at this like an ocean monument, and it's like, I'm gonna clear that out, and then off to work you get.
Oh yeah, sometimes I like to go load up the empty seed, like when we're further into the season, and just see how much we got done. You know, because it's like, oh yeah, wow, there wasn't even land there. I'd forgotten that was ocean. You know, it's just a huge contrast.
Yeah, it's super cool to see it change over time.
I think I can pretty confidently say that we don't have nearly enough gravel.
Do we need to
In
go
all
to the
of these
You've got,
sand?
like 5 stacks.
Do we need
Have
to
you
go?
got
Yeah.
sponges?
No,
I don't have any sponges. I wish I did.
we can go to the
I
sand
think I've got
mining
enough to get
desert.
started. We can always do it in small sections as well.
The English dude is called Isuma.
Or I suppose we could also just make a trip to the desert.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, big mining
Load up a
things
bunch
are.
of shulker boxes and then,
Yeah,
you know,
that-
something like that. I need to repair my pickaxe and stuff anyway.
I actually don't know
Okay.
where the mining desert is, so this will be educational for me.
I can lead you the way, and then it'll be an opportunity to signpost the way there as well.
Wells, do you have extra food? I've burned through all my food.
I do have extra food.
Thank you.
Does anyone else need extra food? I'll take that as a no.
I was muted.
Oh.
I said I had plenty.
Oh, whoa! This is a nice basement, Wells.
Why, thank you.
I mean, you know, I might have like a couch and maybe a wet bar, but like, oh, there's a wet bar. Okay, so yeah, you just need a couch and you're set. This is.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, let me grab it instead of walking away and looking at your stuff. Thank you.
This is a nice basement. I like it. I like the storage room.
We are
Thank you.
$8 away from the next
I'm
Face
one of
Gamer
those people
expansion.
that needs to be organized from like day one, because as soon as it becomes a chest monster, like it will remain a chest monster forever.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't even started on my starter house. That's my episode 4 maybe. I just have some chests in an open spot on top of a hill.
Apparently, Cub has sponges if we really need them.
Oh, does he?
He might lend us. My chat is just informing me.
That would be wonderful.
I mean, that's also assuming he's awake or around.
I mean, realistically, I'm gonna need a ton of sand anyway, so like mining a
Has
bunch
anyone
of
got
sand.
Has anyone got signs with them?
No, I didn't bring him because I thought we weren't doing the signposting thing.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right, it's just down here.
Okay. Well, and now that at least the 4 of us will know where it is, like somebody can come back and put better labels later.
Oh, apparently Cub only has like only 5 sponges.
Yeah, I think at this scale we'd be better off just graveling or
Yeah,
sanding it.
I agree.
Yeah, Etho did see the Riptide book.
Oh, sorry.
You hit me.
Did we lose Pearl?
You did run in front of me.
I can never forgive you for this.
Yeah, I think we did lose Pearl. Is she still in the group?
Pearl, are you alive?
Sorry. I'm all distracted.
Deja vu for a moment there.
I was worried about
Wait,
you.
what?
From yesterday.
I'm good.
Okay, so is this it,
From
Asuma?
yesterday?
I was gonna say, like,
yeah.
shout loudly if
Hang
you're
on.
dead.
Yeah, this is the way.
Wait.
And then
okay.
this first, right, you go through the portal, not through it, but beyond it. The first right is the mining desert, and the second right, just up at the end of that corridor, will take you to the mesa.
Oh, okay, thank you. So this does have some signage.
Yeah, I just put them down for me near my base, kind of thing. I didn't really think about signposting it for anyone else in the area. But yeah, this season's Nether Hub. We haven't decided on anything. I like the idea of doing a patchwork, but I was thinking with the current like tunnel system, I was picturing it in my mind as looking like a like the London Underground tube map or something like that.
Maybe. Like, I figure, uh-oh. Hypno was slain by an Enderman.
Whoa, how did that happen, Hypno?
I'm guessing the experience farm. Maybe you stop by there and...
No,
Oh.
the Enderman farm is like completely safe unless you like crouch and physically make an effort to go into the killing chamber.
No, another man got me.
But how? We were in the you were in the tunnel with us.
I tried telling you guys that I was going back to my base to drop some stuff off, but I was muted, and I didn't want to interrupt because you guys were talking.
Ah, you were being polite.
And I wasn't paying attention to where I was looking. I looked directly at an Enderman.
Do you need help getting your stuff?
No, it's just in my tunnel. I just need to get back there.
Oh, okay, cool. Someone
Yeah,
in my
apparently
chat
I spawned
says,
in like underneath the spawn egg, and I was trapped in like some fence posts. By the way.
Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna have to go troubleshoot that.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, that's technically partially my responsibility. Although Pearl added a bunch of stuff that I haven't had the chance to show on camera yet. Well, I showed it
To
on
be honest, I haven't
streams.
either.
Yeah, I showed it on streams, but it didn't really fit the narrative of my episodes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more focused with my editing, because it used to just be like, oh, here's whatever I did between the last recording and this moment, but like I'm always all over the place with like 3 projects going at once, and I'm like, what if I just try to record these in such a way that I can do 1 episode for one project, then 1 episode for the next, and yeah.
I always try and mix it up. I try and like to get 3 different things into each episode, essentially.
Yeah, maybe that works better because you've been full-time longer and you've had more time to dedicate to this. Like, you can put in a good amount of progress on every project. But my problem was I wasn't able to get enough recording hours in, even though I'm like technically full-time since I quit my day job last summer, like helping my daughter with virtual school and stuff. I just wasn't able to get the hours on the server during the school year. Now, Nashville's having all the kids go back in person this fall, so I'll have a lot more hours this fall, and over the summer, she's currently staying with the other half of the family, so I've got some more free time. So yeah, maybe I should go back to mixing it up a little bit with the extra hours and see if I get a better result. Thank you, X.
No problem. I think there's also something to be said about like figuring out your own thing as well, right? Like, because it works for me, but like you might have something else.
Thank you for the 11.
That clicks better with your audience, if you know what I mean.
Past.
Like you got the comedy thing down, right?
Expert.
And let's say you made like Joe's little comedy section, where every episode there's like a 1-minute comedy skit or something, and then you sort of put it at the end of the episode, so people always know to like watch through and catch it at the end, and it's like a hook. Like that could be something that could work, right?
Maybe. Like, what worries me about trying to concentrate the jokes is that like a lot of my humor is very organic and responsive to whatever's happening around me. And so like if I'm just standing in a room for that minute on a stage, am I making jokes about that room?
Well,
like
my example was less about the idea itself and more just that like, hey, this worked for me. Like I found that like sort of moving my episodes around, so because back in like season 2 or whatever, it was just incredibly linear. It would always just be, here's what I'm doing 1 minute to the next, and then I started to think about what am I actually going to do and how should I structure it. And then I felt like I found a groove where I'll go into an episode knowing that I'm going to do multiple things, and I'll sort of string them together in a fun way. and that works for me. And like, so what I'm getting at is more like, if you think things through and experiment and try stuff, you might find like this formula that works for you. You might find this thing that you've got that no one else has, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
As opposed to doing it the way I do. Like, that might not work for you, but yeah. It's just about like thinking it through.
Yeah, and this is the first season that I'm really trying to do like one project per episode, or like fit the whole, or as much of a project into an episode as possible, rather than jump in between several. And so, like I said, I might not stick with it, but I'm hoping I learn from that, like what works and doesn't work with my rhythms, and
yeah,
and then I'll keep experimenting.
One thing I think does work from doing one project in an episode is that you can take a more SEO angle on it, especially if you're doing a farm. Which is something that I've experimented with in the past, like very deliberately setting up the episode. So not only is it an episode, but it's sort of also a tutorial, and then it hits all of those buzzwords as well. And on occasion, that's like let some of the videos have a bit of an evergreen effect, you know?
Oh.
I just did that with the Enderman farm video.
You know, it's funny. I have actually done that not with farm videos, but with my fan fiction writing videos, where like so technically they take place on Hermitcraft because I'm writing in Minecraft books. But there was one I did for Halloween a few years back called Minecraft is Dead, because that was like the catchphrase on YouTube or whatever at the time.
I remember that, yeah.
And so, yeah, I had this episode of, and it was like about like some sort of like weird time loop where Minecraft kept dying, and Doctor Who was there, and just like as many dumb things as I could mash in. When I do those fan fiction writing episodes, they're always just like as bizarre as I can make them, throwing in things that don't work together. But like I frame it like it's a writing tutorial, but like it's all terrible advice about writing that I'm incorporating into this, and those are always so fun to do. I've been doing those since season 1, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, and the nice thing about those is somebody could show that to their friend who doesn't know anything about Hermitcraft, as long as their friend is like relatively up on pop culture, and they would still get it, you know?
Yeah. It's like a nice overlap.
Yeah. Somebody says, did he just call Doctor Who a dumb thing? I'm saying combining Doctor Who with other pop culture references in the way that I did is a very dumb thing. It's not a good example of writing, but that's the joke, is that I'm so excited about teaching people how to write fan fiction, but I'm teaching them the worst possible habits. And
I'm going to, I'm heading back to Wales. I'm going to start putting down some sand over there. And then I'm going to nip to the toilet and mute and chat with my audience for a minute.
sounds good.
Sounds good.
In a minute when I get there.
I'm gonna run to the Enderman
Actually,
farm. I have about 2 shulker boxes worth of sand, so I'm gonna head back as well, and I'm gonna hit up the Enderman farm first.
Did y'all just pick up all the shulker boxes that were here? Because I was just dumping mine into those shulker boxes since I didn't have any.
Oh, fantastic! Even better.
Okay, well,
then we might have enough then.
So once my inventory is full, I'm just gonna head back to your place and start filling in the ocean then, because I don't need to
sounds
go
like a
anywhere.
plan.
I'll probably help dig the sand, but I think I'll go soon because it's getting a little bit late.
Well, thanks for hanging out at all, Pearl.
What time even is it for you right now, Pearl?
6 a.m. I'm usually up around this time, but I've
Are
been
you
working
like
all day, so...
are you
so
like an
early.
are you a vampire?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah,
Like
I
you
take an
sleep
opposite
during the
set schedule
day
so I can-
and you're awake at night? Because like I do the same thing. We could be like vampire buddies.
Yeah, there we go. I do it because then I get to record with everybody and attend the meetings and whatnot. Otherwise, I wouldn't be recording. So.
I do it because my body is like, no, you're not allowed to go to sleep yet. The sun isn't out.
Oh wow. So we're both vampires.
Still, now we're vampire buddies. It's official.
I'm okay with that. Let's do it.
Excellent. I'll get like fangs and everything.
Oh gosh, my whole skin's gonna turn red. That's it.
Exactly. I haven't updated my skin in like years.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait, what is your skin at the moment? Actually.
it was a knight.
Oh yeah. So wait, what about the? Well, I mean, I guess you aren't the same person, right? I'm just thinking about a certain alter ego, maybe?
Oh, that guy? What about it?
He's not you?
No, he's not me.
It's not you? Okay.
Absolutely not. I would
Where
never
did he
do
come
something
from?
so dastardly. There was a minor technical malfunction when I tried to clone myself once upon a time. But, like, no, he's not me.
So you kind of just let him be? I am.
Well, we had a rap battle,
Okay.
and then I banished him to the nether.
Well, we saw him the other day, so I don't think the banishment worked, right?
What? That's news to me.
You haven't heard about that?
No, I didn't.
Okay. All right. This is a little suspicious. I'm concerned. There is a
I mean, if
wild-
he's back, you should be. He has a history of destroying things and just being a generally nasty fellow.
Oh no. Okay. Well, luckily I haven't seen him yet. I saw a name at some point. Haven't seen him in person.
Okay. Well, try to avoid him. He's considered armed and dangerous. If notify the authorities.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Wait, who are the authorities on this server?
That's a
Don't
great
know.
question. I have no
I was
idea.
gonna say.
I don't have anybody to notify.
Yeah, the terrifying realization is we are the authorities, Pearl.
Okay. So could I rely on you guys to handle the situation then?
No, I mean you as well. Like,
Me? No.
yeah,
no.
yeah. Like
I'm
people
just
are
an
like,
innocent
oh, if there's a problem, you guys go to Asuma, right? And I'm just like, looking at him like Anakin, and they're like, you go to Asuma, right?
Right.
Thanks for all the sand, Pearl. This is great. I'm like a human Roomba.
Hey, Impulse.
Just collecting all
Hey,
the
I'm just,
sand.
I'm just following her and picking up the sand and keeping it for myself. What are we doing here?
Oh, it's we're digging some sand for wells, and we're filling up a hole, and then we're digging that out again because we're going to be draining part of the ocean.
You remember when
Oh.
I came to visit you and you had just finished like digging out the slime farm and then found out that I had a beacon?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You remember when I mentioned that there's a quad slime chunk next to
Oh
my
my
base?
uh-huh.
That's what we're doing.
And there's water that you need the sand to get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
slime
hot
chunks in the ocean.
Oh man. Okay. That sounds like a lot of work.
It
Yeah, the good
is.
news is
Sand
it's
in
like just
It's
off
full,
the
it's
shore,
full.
so most of it's pretty shallow.
Okay. Cool.
There's only like roughly one chunk of it that's actually like somewhat deep.
Is there gonna be like 3 competing slime shops 2 weeks into the season? Is that what's gonna happen?
Maybe.
Well,
gonna
no,
make
because
my
we're
own
3
slime
weeks
farm
into the
too.
season now, so we know for a fact that didn't happen.
Oh no.
Hey, Impulse.
Hey X, how you doing, man?
I'm alright, thanks. Just
Luckily, I
floating
got
out
some
here in the ocean,
shulkers.
placing sand.
I got some new
People are
shulker
saying
boxes
Impulse
this
is
morning.
quiet. Let
Did
me
a
see
little
if I can
in-city
fix
rating.
that.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
You guys
I got
getting all
super lucky.
fancy with your end stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When I went to the end, I found like 2. I think I got 2 elytras out of the 3 end cities that I visit. I followed someone else's paths, and it looked like they just went straight past like 2 or 3 end cities without noticing them. And then on my way out, I found like another 3 or 4 end cities, and they all had the elytra wing thing. So
I was
got
only going for wings, so like I left
Yeah.
a ton of shulkers behind, and I probably did miss a few. Could have been me. I think XP
yeah,
yesterday-
maybe.
XP yesterday was also doing some NCT rating too,
Come on.
so who knows?
I just got so lucky on the way out. Like I only went there just to get like a wings and backup pair, and then came out with like 5, I think.
Yeah, I saw Green talking about like no end cities near the portal, so I fought the dragon again and just opened up a new portal.
Oh, thanks.
And I think I headed west. I think.
So do we have like north and west that are?
So
Amazing.
yeah, I think if you go south from it, you might be pretty good at finding some cities that haven't been touched.
Okay. Time to
I'm
open the
gonna
portal then.
relocate the beacon.
We're doing this without sponges, right?
Correct.
Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna drop this off, and then I'm gonna be off, I think.
No worries, bro. Thanks for coming out at all.
Just make sure to return my pick.
Yes, absolutely. I'm coming back to your spot now. Let me see. Back this way.
When I drain the water underneath my season 7 base, I listen to 3 audiobooks, by the way. Just letting you know,
Wow.
Wells.
3.
Anything good you recommend?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the Matthew McConaughey Green Lights was really good because I did the audiobook, right? So it was actually him reading it, and Matthew McConaughey is one heck of a character. Like, I love that dude after listening to his book.
I bet. That sounds awesome.
Do you know, the last book I listened to was an autobiographical, and I've hardly ever listened to them, and I found it so fascinating. Is it like life stories? His book.
Yeah. He was telling basically how he came up and how he got into Hollywood, and he did some interesting things as a teenager. Like, he spent some time. What's a program called when you go to another country? Like, you swap.
Exchange student? Foreign exchange?
Exchange student. Yeah, he did like foreign exchange student. And he went to Australia, and he lived with some very interesting families in Australia. Hopefully not Pearl's family. No.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
We didn't
that
have
was
any
good.
exchange students last I know of.
Okay. No, he had some great stories, and like just his upbringing from his parents was definitely different, and he had some interesting things to say about the way he was raised and stuff. So it was really cool.
I think I might give that a listen. I was like looking for another autobiographical book to kind of check out, and he's got a really cool voice as well, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's great to listen to, and it did have a message behind it. You know, it wasn't just like, oh, here's how I got here. It was like him taking risks and things like that, and seeing like, he called them green lights, like indications that he should follow a certain path. And by doing so, obviously led to where he's at today, which is, you know, obviously super successful. And so he kind of encourages people to look for those kind of signs that life will put in front of you and to follow them.
Do you want to know what my sign was?
Absolutely. What was it?
It was a bunch of blocks in a weird computer game. I'm not even joking. As you all know.
Perfect. Yeah, maybe the inspiration from that book led to me making the recent decision I made.
Congrats on that, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. We've been off to an incredible start. my stream this morning was just insane. It was awesome.
That is
Yes,
wonderful news.
did you announce this? I know you sort of told us internally at one point. So is this now all public? Obviously.
Yeah, it's public. So in the video I released this morning, I kind of mentioned that I'm doing this, you know, kind of trial run for the next 8 weeks to see what happens, and yeah, there was a lot of encouragement that I should continue past the 8 weeks. I'll just say that.
That's
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I gotta say, like, especially with kids, like, I mean, I only have the one, but juggling full-time job, YouTube, and family time was always a real challenge for me. And so being able to make my own schedule, I'm probably still working almost the same number of hours, but not quite. But I can decide when I work to some degree, you know?
Yeah, that's
and
nice.
I can make sure that, you know, I get the opportunities to do stuff when my kid needs it, you know? It works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the flexibility of being your own boss is just an awesome thing. At the same time, you got that added stress of, oh, I'm not working, therefore I'm losing out on something, right?
Yeah, dude, be careful with that one. Like, that's a very good thing to bring up, because you can overwork yourself quite easily.
Yeah. Fear of burnout is definitely something that I have in mind, and I will keep an eye on. I'm pretty good at scheduling my time, and as long as I can stick to the schedule without feeling any kind of burnout, I think I'll be all right.
I mean, realistically, you're less likely to burn out doing just YouTube than you are juggling
You would think
YouTube
so.
and another job. Yeah.
Yeah,
And, like,
yeah.
you know, I think a lot of the people who do burn out when they go full-time on YouTube don't have a family to anchor them. Like, your family will let you know if you're disappearing, you know, in a way that somebody who's, like, living alone, they go from hanging out in an office with their coworkers every day to never talking to anybody and just recording in their apartment. You know, that's where the problems are.
Yeah, that's one thing I made sure to do, is I actually baked in family time into my schedule. So, you know, I have my you know, like, I just took an hour lunch break and I spent that time with my family.
Awesome.
So, you know, that's hopefully going to keep me grounded with the whole thing. We'll see.
I think you'll figure it out, man. I think you'll be great at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's super exciting. Yeah, like I didn't even sleep that great last night because I was just so excited to wake up and get going.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep last night either. I actually, I woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stream and then I'm gonna raid Impulse as a surprise for his first sabbatical stream. But I didn't understand. I was too tired to read the time zone chart right, and so I accidentally started 4 hours before your stream instead of 2 hours like I planned. So sorry for not raiding you today.
Dude, I mean, I appreciate the thought. That's amazing.
I'm gonna try and get you another time. But yeah, I was just looking at it and I was like, I can't go for 4 hours. I've screwed this up.
All good, dude. All good.
So I'm thinking that we sandify this box and then we call it a successful Hermits helping Hermits.
Sounds good. I got a couple shulker boxes I'll bring your way as well that I filled up just now.
Awesome.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna head out of here. I need an early night. I've had a couple of nights of short, not enough sleep.
Fair enough.
So I'm
helping,
looking
X.
to probably go to bed today, which reminds me I was going to wrap this thing up at past.
All right, rest well, man.
Bye, X.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll hop out of here then. I'll still be loitering in the area for a moment as I say goodbye.
Sounds
to my
good.
Chat.
Okay, cool.
Right, X, we'll see you later, dude.
I'll stick around for a
Bye.
bit. Bye.
I'll head over there in a sec. I'm just trying to make sure I have a full shulker box.
Yeah. One thing I liked on your schedule was that you also had time for exercise on there.
Oh yeah, man. It was great because this morning I got up at 5:45 in the morning, which is new to me lately. I used to be pretty good about it, but slipped a little bit lately. So I got up and I went for a hike. Inside, I have a NordiTrack deal with does like inclines, and it's got the little screen that they got virtual trainers and stuff and cameras, and it was on this mountain in the French Polynesian islands of Mareu, I think is the name of the place. And so I like hiked 1,000 feet, mile long type of deal it took me like 45 minutes. And it's just like, I don't know, man, like after that, I just felt amazing right away. Like that is like to me, the best way to start my day off. It just like gets me going, gets the blood pumping straight away.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had some time to chill. I released a video and kind of once I stopped sweating, took a shower and started getting ready for the stream, man. I don't know, it's just a perfect day for me.
Awesome.
Sounds like you've kicked right into that schedule.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Do you guys release your videos on the day that you finish editing and rendering them, or do you schedule them for the next day?
Yeah, like I am
Next
uploading
day for
it. Oh, okay.
Generally next day for me.
Yeah, no, it's like I am uploading it while I'm reviewing the footage, and I'll cancel the upload if I find something wrong in the
That's
export.
what I do, to be honest.
But it's just
But what, you publish as soon as it shows HD ready?
basically, or like sometimes I'll set it for like 2 hours from then or whatever. But like the thing is, like, like I said, I'm a single parent, so I always feel like I'm behind on everything. So just having it out the door so I don't have to stress out about it, it's just like one less thing to worry about,
Yeah.
Like just having it in the queue to go live another day. The other thing is I'm usually at a point where I'm like, oh, I wanted to put this out yesterday, so I don't want to put it out tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm always behind, but
Hey, thank you,
I
Horror
like
Hobbit.
to kind of let it rest overnight, and then that way I know I'm gonna wake up in the morning and like it's gonna be properly encoded and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes they'll give you there's different types of encoding that it'll do. It goes through like stages, and sometimes when it first gets HD, it's got a different encoder on it that doesn't look quite as good. It's not something that most people would probably notice, but I have noticed like if you give it 6 more hours, it switches to a different encoding and it actually looks better. And if you get into like the right click on it and stats for nerds or whatever it's called, you'll see that. Like you'll actually see like right when you upload and it finally switches to HD, take a look at it, write down the name of the encoder it uses, and then wait like a day and check it again, and you'll see that it changes. And
Why does it change?
I had
That's
no
so
idea.
weird.
Yeah, I hear you, Impulse. I feel the same way too.
Also, thank you,
yeah,
Slugs
like,
Rule, for the
I don't know,
5.
it's almost like they have this like faster, quick and dirty renderer, and then finally they're just like, you know, it takes a while to run through the other one that's better. And I noticed,
that's
like, I
what
could
I
actually
guess.
see, I could see like the contrast in the videos and stuff. I noticed a noticeable difference, so I kind of like to let them rest.
Huh.
To
That's
be honest,
part of
maybe
the
that was
reason.
something they changed somewhat recently, because it doesn't feel like it takes as long to encode the HD ones anymore.
Well, no,
Takes
I
like
mean
5
it
minutes.
does show that it's HD still, but the
Yeah, but
the
like-
encoding is different. Like the contrast and everything like that, you can just tell.
Yeah, but it's just like in the old days, it felt way slower to encode the HD version, but it
That's
feels
true.
faster nowadays. So that's why I'm curious if it was something.
Yeah, I think because they're now using this like faster renderer or whatever, that they kind of have it in stages. And so
Yeah.
maybe before they didn't have this other one, right? That's not as good, and so you had to wait for the good one potentially. I don't know.
Hey,
Yeah, that's what
Impulse.
it sounds like.
Yeah.
I just got 100 bits from Guernsey Donkey,
Leave
who
us in.
said, "Can you tell Impulse how to pronounce my name, please? Because he always says it wrong."
I've always said it Guernsey Donkey.
Well then, what are they yelling at me for?
No. I've told my stream a number of times. I know the proper way to say everybody's name. I choose to do it wrong because it's a service I provide
For comedic effect.
for
of course.
comedic effect. Yeah. So I mean, Journey's donkey is fine, or whatever I typically say. Is it Guernsey? Is
It's
that the right way to-
apparently it's Guernsey.
Guernsey.
That's how I pronounce it.
I would love to know how I would love to know how I actually say.
I
now
mean,
that you
if
said
I'm
it that
wrong,
way,
If I'm wrong and it's Journey's donkey, then like
no. I don't think I called him Journey's donkey, but
You know, it's actually what you guys are actually getting hung up on is the wrong half. It's actually pronounced donk at the end.
oh, donkey.
Donkey.
Got it.
Nailed it. Gurneys. Oh, I bet you I said Gurneys, not Guernsey.
Oh, that's possible.
Yeah. I always get a little bit dyslexic when I'm reading names.
Well, it's really hard to track everything all at once. Like, I do 3 separate chats, so that way they all move at 1/3 speed. I've got like a separate Discord for the Patreon people, YouTube chat, and a Twitch chat. And because like trying to read just one chat moving super fast, my brain can't keep up.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's like it's the biggest like multitasking challenge ever. And that's why they say like, oh, streamer brain is the thing, right? It's because
Oh, absolutely.
We're trying to do so much at the same time. Like we're trying to place blocks, we're trying to think of something clever to say, and we're trying to read chat and make sure we're not missing any thank yous. There's just a million things going on
Streamer,
at
you're
once.
so dumb. You can't even do basic math.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
trying
don't
to do
math on
any
stream.
math while I'm on this stream is.
How do you not? What do you mean you can't do trigonometry in your head?
You know what I've started doing is like if I have a bunch of coordinates for like where like things need to go in a build, like edges of a complex polygon, I'll go to an anvil and I'll just name a bunch of pieces of paper with the coordinates of like the different vertices. So then while I'm on stream, I can just walk around cycling through my hotbar. So it's like, I've got the numbers directly in front of me, you know? Mm-hmm. Because like, yeah, even trying to reference a separate sheet of paper or something, it's like one more task for my brain to track a piece of paper on my desk versus like I'm already looking at the game. I
discovered this like built-in Windows sticky notes thing. So it's like digital sticky notes.
Sticky notes are so good. I write on them all the time.
Yeah, but they are just complete chicken scratch. Like I have just the most random stuff on my
I'm gonna
sticky
talk to my
notes.
chat for a sec. I'll be back in a minute.
All right. Yeah, like I go back to look at my sticky notes and I'm like, I don't even know what that's for. Just random coordinates. I don't even label like what the coordinates are for.
It's the typical, I'll know what it is later when you write it down.
Exactly. Yeah, I never do.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons I was dubious about this mini HUD that Asuma set up for us or whatever. but like I've been using it so that way I always can find where was that geode that I discovered. Let me check the footage. There's the coordinates in the upper left in tiny letters. So this has saved me hours of like, where was that spawner I discovered? Where was that geode? Where was this? So that's really streamlined my season 8 compared to earlier seasons.
Yeah, I installed that and then I turned it off immediately, I think.
Well, one thing
I didn't find value, but maybe there is some value I missed.
Yeah. Well, one thing you can do too is you can change the format of the numbers. So I removed the decimal points because I found them annoying. So it's just integers now, and it's a lot less frustrating to look at it cycling all the time when you're almost standing still but not quite.
Yeah, maybe I'll give it another go. Seems like a smart thing. I hope he does want this under the cobble frame.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Alright, well that's me out of sand, so I'm probably gonna head off.
Bye, Pearl. Thanks for hanging
Okay.
out.
Hey, Pearl.
See you, Pearl.
We'll
We'll
see you
talk
guys later.
tomorrow.
Good luck with the sand. Yeah, no worries.
All right.
Alright. Bye.
Bye. Are you streaming, Joe?
Yeah, I am.
What about you, Hypno?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
You streaming?
I am streaming, yes I am.
You can tell he's streaming because he didn't hear the question.
Yeah, he was reading chat. Yeah. Well, hello to your streams.
Yeah. So, for anybody who's watching my streams who didn't know that Impulse is going to be doing extra morning streams now that he's on sabbatical, they can find you at twitch.tv/ImpulseSV, correct?
That's correct. Yeah. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. to 12 noon PST, Pacific time.
Yeah, Pacific time. He does not start at 9 a.m. Central time. Oh my gosh.
Time zones are rough, Ed.
Yeah,
I showed a picture of my Twitch schedule, and for whatever reason, Twitch, like auto does your time zone, and it said it was MST, I think it said, and it was like, that's not even a proper time zone or something right now. And so, yeah, and so it was confusing for people. Like I was getting messages like, wait, do you start now or in an hour? Like,
Wait, you're in Arizona, right?
yeah, I'm in Arizona, so we have our own time zone.
Right.
Because we don't do daylight savings.
Mm-hmm.
So basically half the year we're on mountain time and the other half we're on Pacific. And so right now we're basically on Pacific. So I always just say I'm on, just follow Pacific time. That's easier for everybody.
Do they have you on Pacific Standard Time and then Mountain Standard Time? Or like, how? That's weird.
I'm not sure. See, I hate time zones. WorldTimeBuddy.com is a site that I use quite often. Because I can never tell the difference between like BST and GMT because that changes. And one thing that's nice about Arizona though is we're always -7 from GMT.
Okay, that's a good way to think about it.
That never changes. Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I don't know what time zones most the world understands. Like if I always said GMT time in my announcements, is that something that the American folks are gonna even be able to figure out, or do I have to translate it to Pacific time or Eastern time, or it's tough.
yeah, I just do everything in Central time because I'm less likely to post the incorrect time.
Oh yeah, just put it in your time so at least you don't mess it up.
Yeah, because if I mess it up, then I've got it wrong for everybody, and that's like a huge separate problem,
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I never really know what to post time zones in either myself. I always just use my own local time.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose like just leave it on the viewers to kind of do their own kind of world time buddy lookups, That makes sense.
Yeah, because the thing I found too is it's possible sometimes using services like that to accidentally do, oh, I looked up Pacific Daylight Time instead of Pacific Standard Time, or, you know what I mean? Like, because it'll tell you even if that time zone isn't currently in use.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, the good news for Wells is this is not as big of a space as I had underneath my base, so he might be in just for one audiobook, maybe, if it's a short one.
Yeah. Well, and the sand will go quick, too. He was going to move the beacon. He hasn't yet. But, I mean, the sand is fast. Either way.
Say people miss this little section over here.
I'm just grabbing some more sand out of the parts we did before. Uh-oh.
I placed sand for like the last 30 seconds. I finally look down and see that it's landed on kelp. Come on.
That's how they get you.
That's the worst.
Do you guys ever get like a bit of a hangover, like a headache after stream because we're doing so much that you kind of feel it afterwards? Like,
I feel exhausted after a stream. I don't think I've directly gotten a headache from it.
Yeah, I feel exhausted, but like, are you hydrating enough? Because that might be a hydration element too there. Because like,
yeah, no, I think so. I usually drink quite a bit on stream, but
Whoa.
no, I mean they're getting the water,
Getting sloshed on stream.
Friday night streams may be an exception, but you know. No, 9 a.m. streams, I don't think I'll be partaking in any of that kind of activity. Come on now.
Hitting the sauce a little early then.
well,
Maybe
World
for,
World
more
Time
entertaining
Buddy.
Stream, who knows?
Yeah, I was gonna say World Time Buddy says it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Sure.
There you go.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was at some conference, and let's see, it was in Eastern time, and they had the bar at the hotel was serving drinks or whatever, and I was like, well, you know what, this is an expensed event, you know, I'll grab myself a Jack and Coke or whatever. And one of the other people at the conference, and this is like a programming conference for like my day job, not for YouTube, right? But yeah, this other developer's like, Joe, it's only 4 o'clock. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm on Central Time, so it's 3 o'clock there.
Wrong direction, I think.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 5 o'clock is some sort of rule, apparently. But,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. It's like, you know,
nobody likes rules.
no. But yeah, apparently it's 3 o'clock somewhere is not as compelling.
Yeah. All right, finishing a section is so satisfying. Is it boxed in all the way now? Just about?
Oh, wow. I didn't realize there was this whole additional chunk over here. I thought we were almost to the end, but we're halfway.
Well, he said it was, what, 4 chunks, right?
Yeah. I thought that barrier there was
He's
the
got
end.
4 whole slime chunks, I think I heard him say.
Yeah, 4 whole slime chunks. So that barrier indicates the end of the second chunk, not the end of the 4th one. So I may have misread this. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, that Nordic track with the video, that's cool. I've seen, like, my old employer had had a couple bikes in the like employee gym that had something like that, but I've never seen a treadmill that has like video of like hiking trails and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, they take you different places. You can go like all sorts of different places around the world. So, I mean, it's not like you're, you know, they're like, oh, it makes you feel like you're there, but you know, obviously, you know, you're in your house still, but it's still pretty cool, the sights and sounds and stuff.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a neat idea because it's like, you know, the mountain that you were describing. It's like, I have no idea what that looks like. I couldn't even visualize it. And, you know, so much of what we do with terraforming and creating is very visual. So just seeing things from around the world like that has got to be healthy and helpful from a creative standpoint.
Yeah, and I can't really go out and like walk on the street right now because it's 115 degrees out.
Yeah.
So, you know, decided to just get in home stuff. I can blast my AC if I need to, or turn on a fan, and nice and comfortable. I can do it any time of the day. No weather's gonna stop me.
Makes sense. Okay.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I see what you did there, Joe.
I've never heard that one before, ever.
I mean, with Joe, there's always a first, you know.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, to be fair, it's a classic.
We are making some stellar progress.
Yeah, this is the easy side.
It's all framed in, the entire box, all the way around, under the cobble. So,
Oh, good.
yep.
Oh yeah, you guys are doing the shallow side over there? The heck?
I don't know. I see water. I fill it. I didn't give it any thought.
But yeah, this is the shallow side.
Oh, we need to clear out the kelp down here.
Yeah, we
I'll
do.
do that.
Thanks, Hypno.
Oh, yeah. Fell for that one already.
Yeah, my chat is saying that some nerd somewhere has probably made a Path to Mount Doom thing. You can hack your treadmill to just go throw a ring at the end. Might not be the experience you want in terms of, like, getting out of the heat.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, I'm out of sand.
Well, you can start collecting some from... That's what, part of the benefit of working front to back or whatever, is you can grab the sand from the front.
Mm-hmm.
There's also still quite a lot left in these shulker boxes, so.
It has been pointed out that the beginning of the walk to Mount Doom, though, would be very pretty. In the Shire and the Elvish country and Bombadil's creepy forest. So I guess there is some value there.
Yep. Sure it would be. I wonder how somebody could even put that together.
You know, I think that a lot of the trick would be to go to New Zealand and just, like, shoot...
Just go to the, go to the spots, yeah.
Yeah, and just, like, walk through one for a few miles and then try and find a way to segue it into the next segment. Or have them each be, like, a different 3-mile walk or whatever, you know? So you have a segment in, quote-unquote, Rivendell, where you walk through that actual forest, and they can CG in some, you know, big old elf houses or whatever. Homely houses, I think they're called. At least the last one.
Might be on to something.
Hey, Horrid
big
Hobbit, thank you
seller.
for the one. That's going to put us 9 away from the next Face Gamer expansion.
Get to travel the paths of your favorite movies.
I wonder what other movies would actually be cool to walk through. Because, like, you know, a lot of my favorite movies, like Bill and Ted, they didn't actually really do a lot of walking. They usually just jump places in the booth.
Yeah, they just went places and, like, picked up historic babes.
You seriously jumped to Bill and Ted's? Is your favorite movie?
One of them. I mean,
It's a classic.
I don't really rank things very
Party
well.
on, dude.
I mean, it's good. It's good. But favorite?
No, but
You shall not besmirch the good name
okay,
of
like,
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I'm not saying that it's my
Some of
first
Keanu's
favorite
best
movie
work, I'll
ever,
say, but-
but it's a great movie. I'm trying to think. Well, the other thing is, like, I'm also really tired, and so it's like...
Like, where else are you going to have such great characters as Beethoven and
Socrates?
Okay.
So great. That was good. That was really good. I haven't seen that movie in a while.
Well, that's a fun one
should-
if you're...
I should go
I'm not
back,
sure how
yeah.
old your kids are, but, like, I let my daughter watch it. It's pretty kid-friendly.
It's very kid-friendly, honestly. Like, I think I watched it first when I was, like, I don't know, 8, 10 years old.
That kids movie, Peabody and Sherman, they kind of have the same type of deal there, where they have the Wayback Machine and they go back and, yeah, very, very similar to the story of Bill and Ted.
Very different characters, though. I don't
That's
think...
true, yeah,
they don't
yeah.
really hit the Socratic ideal of the man who knows he knows nothing. Yeah, I'm so bad at remembering what I like Like people ask me my favorites of things and I'll just go blank. It's like I could pull up my movie library on my phone and see what movies I bought. That's probably a good shortcut to remembering that. But
My chat had a great suggestion for you, Impulse, for your treadmill. You could do a walk through Jurassic Park. You would alternate between walking and running sections.
That would be amazing.
the
could you
running
imagine?
sessions would be cool.
Oh man, could you imagine if you actually felt like you had a dinosaur chasing you? Like you would run faster than you've ever ran in your life. It would be great.
Thank you, Mr. Game Rat, for the 5. Who says, oh, apparently people actually did do the walk through New Zealand to Mordor and posted it to YouTube. So you could steal their track and then,
just watch
steal their
that.
route. And then, or yeah, you could watch their YouTube video, but yeah. Okay, I really liked the movie Clue, but that's another one that doesn't really have a lot of walking. It has a lot of running between rooms, but I don't think that works well with the treadmill because you can't change directions. I like Field of Dreams. You could do like walking through the corn, because at the beginning of the movie, he's just walking through the corn, looking at the crops for weeds or whatever, or any signs of blight.
That's a great movie.
Oh, Wizard of Oz.
That's a good example. Yes, all mine are bad
That
examples.
would be. Yeah, I mean anything fantasy. If you could reproduce anything fantasy based, that would be amazing. Like Willy Wonka walking through the factory would be cool.
Oh yeah,
Lots of stuff.
absolutely.
Forrest Gump just go on his run across America.
That would actually be kind of funny. They just get a Tom Hanks lookalike to run in front of you, and you just jog behind him with like a group of hippies, like on camera, and it kind of shows you in the middle of the pack, or your point of view is in the middle of the pack.
Oh, this project reminds me of why I will never ever again do a Guardian farm.
Yeah. Somebody's tackling one, I think, already this season, aren't they?
I'm sure someone will.
This will just be the season where we all go, nah, we don't need
I did it once in a single player world, and that was enough.
Which farm are we talking about?
A Guardian farm.
Guardian farm. I think I might be tackling that with XB at some point, possibly.
Oh, that'd be
Nice.
fun.
It's a lot of work if you're in for it.
Well, hey, that's what HHH is for, though. Come back and hit us up.
Yeah. Yeah, my viewers reminded me that I had a full Guardian farm done by episode 3 last season.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Man,
Yeah.
you're really slacking now that you've gone full time,
they're
huh?
making me feel so
Thank you,
small.
Horrid
I'm like-
Hobbit, who
I'm
says
like,
you
I'm
should make a
trying to just,
movie,
kick back
like,
and have some
make it based off
goofs instead
Avatar.
Of, like, hitting it hard and, like, I
haven't
look
actually seen
around
it.
And Wells shows up in full netherite gear with a beacon. I'm like, uh-oh. What am I doing?
Welcome to Players
Yeah,
One
we're
Gamer.
doing the Shulker farm. Is somebody tackling that at some point?
I think Asuma was really keen to work on the Shulker farm idea, but he was looking for people to work with him on it. So reach out would be my advice.
Yeah, it really did sound like he was interested in that project.
Yeah, well, and he was also interested in like, if we have unlimited shulker boxes, we can dye them to make structures entirely out of shulkers. It's just like, the funny thing about that though is shulkers disappear at like half render distance.
Yeah.
So you could have a structure where parts of it render in from full distance, but then other parts render in as you approach it, and you
That
could
could
do
get
cool
interesting.
optical tricks. And like,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how that turns out.
Yeah, it's like an invisible city, and then the city looks completely different. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Mr. Gamerat says Joe seems more like a never-ending story guy.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Issa did something like that last season, I think.
Yeah,
Here
it's
we
hitting
go.
shop in the sky. That was really cool.
Expand Jost. Do.
From a lag standpoint, are shulker boxes bad on lag?
The glass pane prank was legendary, by the way. Probably greatest Hermitcraft prank of all time.
Yeah, I was still finding glass panes at the end of the season.
As far as lag goes on Shulker boxes, I
Lower
feel
net
like those
capacity
are
to
tile
12.
entities, right? Like everything you can put items in like that.
It'd be
I
like
think those
building
have
it out of
some
chests.
form of impact on the tick of the server, but I'm not entirely sure.
Well, do chests cause lag? Because I think shulkers
Yes,
are the
they
same
do.
as chests. Okay.
They do.
Well, chests definitely cause FPS lag, but yeah, I think as far as like tile entities go, like if you get enough of them, like it'll start impacting the server.
I mean,
think.
pretty much any sort of entity will eventually. Like if there's enough of them,
Yeah.
it'll have an impact.
Yeah, that's what they say, like, whatever, death by 1,000 cuts. That's kind of what it is. Is that the phrase? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's not that chests are laggy or anything like that. It's
I
just
joined
when you
Hermitcraft
have
5 weeks
a
into
shopping
season 1.
district that has like 15,000 chests in it.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things I like about this decentralized shopping thing is that we won't have to dread the end of season shopping district lag, because that's always how I can kind of tell that people are going to stop wanting to play on the server. That's the cue. When you go in the shopping district and everything lags, people are like, you know what, I'm done. Like,
Yeah, the lag was so bad I had to have Optifine, otherwise it was like 20 or 15 FPS or something. It was just so awful.
I was getting 3 without Optifine.
Man, yeah, that's rough.
That's really bad.
I had to get a new processor
I
because
believe
my
it.
processor couldn't handle it.
How did you find a processor?
It was, well, I saw it coming, so I got it early enough before it was a problem. And
that helps.
I work at a place that kind of, you know.
Okay, well that helps tremendously.
He knows where they fall off the trucks.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't say that. That'll yeah.
No. I don't do anything unlawful. That's. Now, speaking of, I would love to get my hands on a 3080 Ti. You know.
Yeah. I'm running my 1080 Founders Edition, which was like the first 1080 that they put out, and yeah, it needs an upgrade. Yeah, I'm regretting. Were you there when Nvidia was like, "Hey, you know, we're looking for people to partner with us on stuff. You get a card." Because I'm always like, I don't want to do partnered, sponsored stuff. Like that just doesn't. It's not how I want to structure my business. You know, I'm like, if I need a graphics card, I'll pay for a graphics card. I don't want to have this contractual stuff hanging over me. But now I'm like, oh, I should have gone for that.
That's how I got my 2080 Ti.
Yeah. I learned something from that.
My view on it has always been like, as long as the product or company or whatever that's sponsoring the video is something that like you genuinely are interested in and believe in, then like go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, part of what I was
that's
worried
how I
about
felt with
was
Nvidia. I was like, I already use their cards, you know, so I obviously support their products, so I don't feel bad at all, you know, doing a deal with them.
okay.
It's
I'm putting
actually kind of fun.
I'm
Like, we
putting
played
more
one of their
sand.
maps. We wanted to do some RTX and Hermitcraft, but that fell through.
Yeah.
There's some more sand in this chest if you guys need it. Yeah, what got me though was I was hung up on the FTC regulations. Like, if I use a card that I got promotionally, do I need to flag every video with this video was produced using hardware acquired through promote? Yeah,
No, just the video where it's actually like the sponsored video.
gotcha. Yeah, because I wasn't like, I run into all sorts of weird FTC things at my old, or used to at my old day job, where they're like, hey, so, you know, we represent a town in Tennessee for tourism purposes. So if you go there and put a picture on your Twitter or Instagram, you need to have this huge disclaimer about our business relationship with them, so it's not guerrilla marketing that we're going to get the Federal Trade Commission going after us for. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a nightmare. I don't want to deal with this. But okay, thank you to the O'Connor too for the 50.
We're like
Good afternoon,
halfway.
Joe.
We're like not even halfway done with this.
37, 47.
We gotta leave some for you so,
So that's
you can
2
have
face
some
gamer
time to,
expansions.
you
Here we
know,
go.
Listen
Crow
to the
Hills.
audiobook I mentioned earlier, and
I mean, I'm gonna still have to dig this whole thing to bedrock.
there you go. Okay.
Hey, actually, you know, I got a great idea for next week's Hermits Helping Hermits
Oh
stream.
yeah, here we go. Is this Hermits
Nice.
helping Hermits or Hermits helping Wells? I mean, come on.
Same difference.
Let's just retitle the stream, yeah.
We'll just call it like Wells and Minions.
You know, I really don't want to
What we
commission
should
another
do-
theme
I'm
song.
Sure we all need help with something. We should have like a spin the wheel type thing that has like the name of different hermits on it, and then that way it's like randomly chosen every week who gets like this kind of help.
Well, the
I
thing
don't
is,
know. I
we
kind
need,
of like the idea of people being able to say like, "Hey, I need help with this." You know what I mean? Because like, I'd rather that someone who's like really trying to get something huge done, like, is able to like have priority over someone
it
who's
makes-
just like, yeah, I guess I can find something for you to do.
No,
You know?
yeah, you're right. You're
well,
right.
and it's also whoever
Just let it
shows
at
up,
random.
right? So you can go
Yeah,
in the
also
queue, but if you're not there that week, you know, let's say that we had 3 people with projects the same week, then yeah, let's throw their names in a dispenser and make it fun to randomize it. But
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
like we would do that week to week. That doesn't need to be something we do behind the scenes or in advance, because who knows? 2 of those people might drop out at the last second because it's like, something came up, gonna have to miss. But yeah, thank you though, Connor.
didn't
too.
really have
That
that,
puts us at
though,
6%
yet,
Joe
where,
Pasty.
like multiple people
We're
are
7
like,
away from the next
I
face
would
gamer
really
expansion.
like to get help with this, and other people are saying the same thing. It's always been, you know, just
Tips are welcome via
somebody's, like, got
paypal.me
something, that's it, it's
slash
done.
Joe
That's
Hills
easy enough,
and YouTube
right?
Super Chat.
I don't even know, like, if it was my week or whatever, right? If we did it the other way, I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't even know I wouldn't even know what to do.
Well, like, and the thing is, anything that we would want to do like this, if we didn't get it done at HHH on my week, I would just go do it myself slower that week because it would be time sensitive anyway. You know? So, like, one week everybody came to my base and put in shipping containers on the Ever Given. Did you see that model I did, Impulse?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that came out great. And, like, I was so appreciative of all the help I got from people placing the containers because, like, I could have done it, but it would have just taken so much longer.
Yeah, well, you guys last week did the Nether Hub, and or I mean, we're calling it Nether Hub.
The
but at
temporary
least
tunnels.
Yeah, a way to get around the Nether safely, and oh, it's been so great this last week having that. We don't even know what we're doing yet for the real Nether Hub.
No,
Is
you-
a mystery.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. Like, I think a lot of it's going to come down to who has the bandwidth to kind of take the lead on that. You know, because like some of us are like, okay, I've got a ton of projects at my base I haven't even started yet. You know, I don't want to take on the Nether Hub. But there's probably somebody who's like, oh yeah, my base went way faster than I expected. Yeah, I'll jump in.
I have to do like 4 or 5 large projects before I can even like start my proper base.
That's the typical Minecraft problem, though, right? Where, you know, in order to get to where you need to be, you got about 5 steps in between that you have to build your way up to even get there.
Yep. I'm like, I can't, English only isn't in the chat rules. It is because I say it is. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, like, it's one of those things where you're like, well, okay, I'm building with, like, concrete. Which means, let's see, well, I gotta have a mob farm, right? Because, like, if you're doing, like, white, you know, shades of gray, white, black, etc., right? You obviously gotta have a good source of bone meal. Because it's the easiest way to get white dye. So we need a mob farm. Oh, but then, you know, you gotta have black dye. So, obviously, you gotta make a squid farm. Well,
Oh, you could do a Wither Rose farm if you're brave.
yeah, but I feel like the squid farm's probably faster by like a pretty good amount, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the problem with Squid Farm is you are relying on server mates not being online and stuff, right? So
Oh, that's a good point.
early game squid farms are kind of rough because hit tab. You know?
I mean, to be fair, I'm usually online by myself for like a good hour or 2 every day.
Oh, because you got weird sleeping schedule.
Because I'm a vampire. Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like a good squid farm running for like an hour would probably outpace like anything short of an absolutely massive Wither Rose farm, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
if you got the server to yourself for a good couple hours, you'd be in business. Like you'd have enough for probably whatever
whole
projects.
season?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So you must already have like your full end game base design in mind if you know the steps it's gonna take in order to get there?
Not really. Like, I haven't actually put down any blocks in like creative mode or anything like that, other than like messing around a little bit with like some block palettes. But I have like a vision in my head of what it's gonna be and what it's gonna look like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, Joe.
Yeah, I figure I'm not going to need your pick, and I don't want to walk off with it or log off with it at this point.
That's fair.
You know what, Wells? I just realized I've got a call coming up I got to go take. So if you're going to be streaming for a little bit, should I go ahead and raid you, or should I send folks to someone who isn't going to wrap up soon?
Well, Impulse sent all his people to me earlier, so why don't you send all your folks over to Hypno?
Oh, okay. Is Hypno still live? Cool.
Sounded like that was an acknowledgement.
I was going to say, Hypno hasn't said very much. Hypno, are you going to...
He's muted. I think he's probably just addressing his own chat, maybe?
Hypno... Gonna... yeah, because if he's about to wrap up, I'll send folks somewhere else, but...
I have this, like, completionist in me now kicking him, says we're so close.
I mean, we can do it, Impulse, if you want.
I can't walk away with this being 90% done. I can't. It's just not in me.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna raid him.
I will grab more sand.
Okay.
Okay, so...
We're gonna get her done, man.
Mute site. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and raid Hypno. Oh, wait, one last tip just came in for $1. Thank you very much. Dislike button. Then 28. No, another tip came in just now from Desirefire for 27. Hey, okay, so that's this 6 is going to get us to the next face camera expansion, then another 21. So that's 2 face camera expansions. We're about... Oh, that's going to hit the Beetlejuice. But the raid button's already been hit. I don't even know. I think we're going to have to debut the Beetlejuice when the stream starts later. Sorry, Desirefire, but, like, Twitch will... Like, we've already started the raid. So until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. But we will start the Beetlejuice... We will start Beetlejuice at the 9 o'clock stream starting in 5 hours.
I have decided
so
we will finish
hopefully
this.
I'll see you there, Des.
Have you?
Bye.
We're so close, man. Look at it.
Hey, Hypno, I just sent my viewers your way because I got to go hop on a call, but I hope you have a wonderful rest of your stream. Good luck, Wells, with this project. I'm realizing I shouldn't stand where the sand is and log off because
that's probably a bad idea.
This will be gone.
No, I think it's a brilliant idea. You should do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Hey, Joe, thanks for the raid, dude. Appreciate it.
You're most welcome, Hypno. I entrust my viewers to you. I'm sure you'll do a great job. Have a wonderful stream, everybody. I'm out. Keep adventuring.
See you, Joe.
Joe.
Thanks for hanging out.